Hello, this is Victor from Black Pisces Production, and you're watching the How to Mix Power Metal video series. The previous part of the video series was about the synths that I used in this song. Today, I'm going to talk about the vocals. I recorded the vocals with a Slate Digital VMS ML1 microphone and an Antelope Discrete Synergy Core audio interface in an untreated room. For the verses, I recorded only one track to keep them simple. For the choruses, I recorded 3 tracks of the same melody. These are penned 100% to the left, 100% to the right and to the center, and 2 tracks of the main melody 1 octave lower. These are penned 70% to the left and 70% to the right. For the final chorus, I recorded 2 more tracks of the main melody 1 octave lower than the octave track and penned them 60% to the left and 60% to the right. I added harmonies for some parts of the choruses and some parts of the verses too. These were double tracked and penned 90% to the left and 90% to the right. As you can see, I tried to cover the whole stereo field with vocal layers. This will give us massive choruses.
We'll stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
The first insert on my vocal tracks is the Virtual Mix Rack plugin with the classic tubes, VCC channel FGS, FG2A and New York modules. For the lead vocals, I use the FG800 mic model. The VCC channel is set to Brit 4K E mode, the drive is set to 9 dBs and the input is at -6.3 dBs. I store these settings on group 4 and use them on my vocal tracks. The FGS equalizer was used to remove unpleasant frequencies. I cut 8 dBs around 300 Hz and 9 dBs around 100 Hz with the bell mode turned on. I use the high-pass filter at 145 Hz as well. The FG2A compressor is used in limit mode for aggressive compression. The compressor is showing 10 to 20 dBs of gain reduction. It reduces the dynamic range of the vocals and helps them sit better in the mix. After the compressor, the New York module is used to saturate the signal.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
After the Virtual Mix Rack plugin, I wanted to add more highs. I tried the Fresh Air plugin and it worked fine. I set the mid-air value to 20 and the high air to 10.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
After the Fresh Air plugin, I like the sound of the vocals, but in some places the sibilants were jumping out from the mix, so I used the DeEsser. The settings are really simple, you can see them on the screen. This evens out the high frequencies and makes the vocals sound smoother.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
The Multipass plugin is the last one in my vocal chain. I won't go through every setting in this plugin because that way this video will be 30 minutes long and I'm sure you don't want that. In a nutshell, I use this plugin as a multi-band limiter. I finalize the vocals with it so the vocals have balanced frequency spectrum and dynamic range throughout the whole song. In the post-effects part of the plugin, I use the low-pass filter at 14 kHz, a high-pass filter at 140 Hz and the limiter to catch the peaks of the signal.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
This vocal chain is used on every vocal track. Let's have a listen to all plugins together.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
The lead vocals were sent into all of my FX tracks. These FX sends add huge space to the vocals. I'm going to go through each of them and show you how they sound. First, the cloner.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
Short delay.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
Long delay.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
Room.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
Reverb.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
And finally, all effects ends together.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone.
As I already mentioned, I use the same vocal chain on every vocal track, but I like to do small changes for the octaves and the harmonies. The only change I did for the harmonies was that I used the FG67 mic model to achieve a darker sound.
Love was when I loved you, one true time I hold to, in my life will always.
I send this track into my short delay, long delay, room and reverb effects tracks. I like to have less effects on my harmonies than on my lead vocals.
Love was when I loved you, one true time I hold to, in my life will always.
For the octaves, I use the FG47 mic model for even darker sound. I set the high-pass filter in the FGS module to 70 Hz to let through more low frequencies. Besides that, I set the low-pass filter in the Multipass plugin to 11 kHz and the high-pass to 60 Hz.
You're here, there's nothing I fear, and I know that my heart will go on.
Most of the time I send the octave tracks just into my room and or into my reverb effects track. This time I send the octave track into both and the octave 2 track just into my room effects track.
You're here, there's nothing I fear, and I know that my heart will go on.
In this video I showed you how I mix the vocals. Let me know in the comment section if this video was helpful for you or not. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video series. In the next part we are going to take a look at the choir. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.